When you find out your baby doesn't have a heartbeat, that's only the beginning. So the conversation becomes, what do we do?
Ryan Hamilton says his world shattered on May 16th. His wife was nearly 13 weeks pregnant with their second child when she called him with tragic news.
She said that our baby has no heartbeat. And that's all she could really get out.
Medical records reviewed by CBS News show his wife was treated at a SurePoint Emergency Center branch near his home in North Texas, where doctors confirmed the fetus had no heartbeat.
We were told she could take a medication that would start the process to finish what had already started at home. They don't send you home with real instructions. They give you a few things to look out for, but there's not like, you would think that would come with a thick book of what to do. No.
Hamilton's wife was prescribed misoprostol, a drug that induces labor and is used for both miscarriages and abortions.
They use terminology with us like terminate the pregnancy. Nobody uses the word abortion at this point.
Okay. Nobody. She has not said it. You have not said it.
Nobody has said it. No one has said that word.
Hamilton's wife was sent home to expel the non-viable fetus and told to return if she needed to repeat the medication. And after 2 days,
we call the emergency center that we went to and we say, it's not working. So she goes back in and that doctor says, due to the current stance, I cannot prescribe this medicine for you.
How did you take that?
Fury. My wife especially. I can't say what she said. It's confusing at first, and there's no explanation from them, so you just assume the stance of the state of Texas because of the law.
When that doctor said that, did you think you were going to get the proper help for your wife?
No. You start thinking about the women that have to drive across state lines. We've heard these stories. And you just as a husband, you go, is that what we're going to have to do?
SurePoint Emergency Center declined our request for comment, citing patient confidentiality and HIPAA laws.
All you're thinking is she going to be okay? How do we make sure she's okay? Am I the only one thinking it in those moments? Because it feels like it. You want to panic, but you can't.
At this point, you're just thinking, get my wife safe.
Yeah. What are we going to do? Leave the baby inside her so she can get an infection, get sepsis? That can kill her.
After leaving the SurePoint Emergency Center, Hamilton immediately drove his wife, along with their 9-month-old daughter, to another hospital an hour away, where she was treated for 4 hours, and doctors confirmed again there was no fetal heartbeat. Hamilton asked CBS News not to name the hospital.
While you're driving, how is she doing?
It's just quiet. And we're trying to be happy for our daughter that's in the back seat. Hey, we're going on an adventure. Let's go.
But inside?
No. It's brutal. And God knows what my wife is feeling in that moment.
What do you think the delay is?
I think the delay is their confusion on what they're allowed to do. That's what it feels like. They feel scared. The doctors feel scared.
According to Texas law, abortions are illegal once a fetal heartbeat is detected, with exceptions for medical emergencies.
Did the doctor say she was okay?
This is what the doctor said. They said it was not enough of an emergency to perform a DNC. They told us we could have the procedure done. Maybe we could schedule it for a week or two later.
DNC stands for dilation and curettage, a surgical procedure to remove uterine tissue. It's used for both miscarriages and abortions. The law does not require there to be a medical emergency to perform a DNC if there is no cardiac activity, like in the Hamilton's case. In a statement, the hospital told CBS News it follows Texas and federal laws in accordance with national standards of care.
So it's no longer medical, it's legal.
That's what it feels like. And the conversation is not what's best for my wife. The conversation is on the hospital side, what should we do?
Doctors opted to give her a higher dose of medication and sent her home for a third time.
I was in the living room playing with our daughter, and I had a missed call on my phone from her. I go into our bedroom and then into the bathroom, and she is on the bathroom floor. There's blood where she fell from the toilet to the floor. She's unconscious. And her phone is still ringing to call me. So I picked her up. I put her back on the toilet. I had to dress her. And my only goal in that moment was to get her to the emergency room. Got to the hospital, ran inside, told them what was happening, and they took her in. And you know what they said? Thank God you brought her.
Did you think at any point that you were going to lose your wife?
Yes. Yeah.
What is that drive like? You have your wife unconscious next to you, bleeding, a 9-month-old in the back. What thought during that drive are you trying to keep out of your mind?
That I want to drive as fast as I can, but I can't because my daughter's in the back. I want to floor it to the hospital, but I can't because I got to keep it together for the little girl in the back seat. And I don't want to put her life in any more danger than I already am driving us to the hospital.
So what happens next?
At that point, we're able to verify that the baby is no longer with her. Oh, it's hard because you know where the baby went. The baby had,
Come out.
I don't even know the words.
The medicine did what it was supposed to do.
Yeah.
So
So the baby's no longer there. Then it's just a matter of getting her to the point where she could go home.
did you feel that she would be okay at home?
No. She's still bleeding when she gets home. Still bleeding right now. What people don't know, what I didn't know, is that her body still thinks it's pregnant. So she has to have a pregnancy test. And you have to keep taking them until it says negative. So she still has positive pregnancy tests.
What do you want people to know about your experience?
I want people to know that this really happens. My fear is that stories like ours will continue to get told and not believed. I can't believe the number of people that have called me a liar, that say this is political propaganda or some political stunt. This is about the health of my wife, period.
You live in a rural community. How do you think your neighbors would take what happened to you? Do you think they would embrace you and try to care for you?
I think so. I hope so. I don't know. I hope they do the thing that happened when I was a kid and I lost my granddad. and the neighbors brought over food. They put you on the prayer list at church.
You want that?
They took care of you. We took care of each other. That's what I hope happens. What I think is going to happen is probably the opposite.
We hear from moms and women who go through this. But in your particular story, why are you talking? Why isn't your wife talking?
She doesn't want to. She has a reminder of what she's been through every day of her life right now. Every day she has to relive it and go through it. She has to go in that same bathroom. She has to see a positive pregnancy test. She can barely get through that. She doesn't want to walk anybody through what happened. And I don't blame her. I don't really want to either, if I'm being honest. I feel like I have to. Everything in her life right now that she's having to do to get better is not just a reminder of the baby that we lost. It's a reminder of what they put her through. And she has to do it every day.